Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. So I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it. I went back to that woman's house that was selling the Blu-rays for $1 a piece, but this time it wasn't my fault. The first two times, admittedly, were my fault. My friend Jordan and I, one of my closest friends, I ran into him at the flea market recently, and I picked up something for him while I was there. And I said it was a movie, and I said, by the way, this woman is selling Blu-rays for $1 a piece. Do you want any? And he goes, oh yeah. So he looks at the list and he sends me his list back, and he goes, here's like 20 bucks. Just spend 20 bucks. Pick me up some random stuff. Pick me up some of the stuff I want, and pick up like something for yourself or whatever. So I was like, okay. So obviously I couldn't just get myself one thing because I'm a glutton, and I decided to pick up these few films. So I wanted to just talk about them really briefly and show you the final visit to the Facebook Marketplace honey hole that I mentioned in the last two Blu-ray pickup videos. So the first thing I picked up, and all of these were $1 each. Again, Blu-ray. If they have a DVD, they have that too, and digital copies all worked. First thing I got was Blade Runner 2048. I was a little harsh on this one when I had first seen it. I've since watched it twice in total, and I do sort of like it. I do feel it's sort of slow. I also feel like it was sort of unnecessary still, but I do kind of like it. It's one of those things that I feel like the original Blade Runner, I didn't love when I first saw it. It took me a few watches, and then I got into the vibe and the story and stuff. So I think this is sort of that type of feel, and I also think it's just very hard to dethrone the original. I picked this up from my wife. She is a Will Smith fan. She likes his films, so we upgraded our DVD version and got this, £7. Um, we also picked up the Men in Black trilogy, which she wanted. We had the first one on Blu-ray. Now we have all three of them on Blu-ray in this little case, so it doesn't really take up much more room. This is a weird choice. I got Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell and Danny McBride, and you may be saying this looks like a horrible movie, and it was sort of fun in some ways. We had watched it already the other day after I picked these up. I like I never do this, but I binge watched Eastbound and Down, and I really liked it. And Danny McBride was very funny. I was like, I know him from other stuff, and didn't realize he was in Pineapple Express and This Is the End and other things I've seen. But this was on when we were on vacation on the TV in the room, and I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I thought it was kind of cute. And when she had this for $1, I figured, what the hell, let me check it out. I think I watched Eastbound and Down actually after I got back, so maybe he was subliminally in my mind from this. But I was like, what else is he in? And when she had this for $1, I figured I'd check it out. So it was fun. You know, it had its moments. It's not great, but it's fun. So he also seems to play a kind of um, very one-dimensional character. He's always the same role so far. I haven't seen Danny McBride like have he's very brash and funny, but he's the same in Eastbound and Down pretty much that he's in this, that he's in. From what I remember, This Is the End and Pineapple Express. So, but I'll check some of his stuff out. Um, I got The Last Airbender from my wife, which I heard was atrocious. We got it because she's a big M. Night Shyamalan fan, and I like his work as well. And we had both never seen it, and for $1, you know, it was okay. We watched it. Um, it ends up on a cliffhanger. The story was all right. It's sort of a kids' movie, sort of an action movie. I also picked her up the live action version of The Jungle Book. She's a big Disney fan, and I think she had watched some kind of stream or something on this that wasn't the best quality when it first came out. So we rewatched this last night, and it was cute. It was a cute little film. And well, finally, I picked up, and I'd seen this I think twice. The Box. I'm a big Richard Kelly fan. I like Donnie Darko. I really like Southland Tales, and this was one I was missing. So for the Blu-ray for $1, you don't really see this out there too much. I wanted to rewatch this. I remember it was a pretty interesting film. I like Frank Langella, by the way, who played Skeletor in the Masters of the Universe film, but it's like this movie where these people get this box, and if you push the box, something really great happens to you, like you get a lot of money or something, then something bad happens to someone else, and that keeps happening. So one family gets it, the next family gets it, the next, and then someone dies, and it was a pretty interesting sort of like thriller. So yeah, those are my 7 Blu-ray pickups that I had gotten from the final trip to this Facebook Marketplace woman's house. She was very gracious to let me in her house on 3 separate occasions to just rummage through all of her Blu-rays. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.